subtle body. And the subtle body is really our target of our yoga practice. Our physical body reaps benefits, but our psychological body is the one that we're really focused on, right? The psyche is the primary transportation vehicle for reincarnation. It goes in and out of physical bodies, back and forth from the physical to the astral realm. So our yoga practice is targeting that psyche for clean out through our breath infusion, pranayama, and our asana, our postures. So we're working with those two aspects of nature, the physical body and the subtle body. That's not you. Neither one of those bodies is you. So the third portion of our reality is the most important part, and it's the you part. It's the Atma, self. So during our yoga practice, we stay centered in the middle of the head, in that convergence place of consciousness, and it is the self that is bright and awake and alive and conducting the practice. And understanding clearly that it is vacuuming out, cleaning out, detoxing, purifying, as Krishna said in the Gita, this transportation system. Nose is ready. Nostrils cleared. So let's get the body in position. Breathing, get the mind in position for practice. And let's take an inhale through the nostrils. Open them up. Pull a lot of air in, and then exhale through the mouth, pushing the air out, pumping it out at the end. Inhale. Pull the spine up. Know where your locks are. Feel the anus lift. The urinary muscles pull in, belly in, chin in, so that the curves of the spine are lengthened. Exhale through the mouth again. Pump it out, pump it out, pump it out. Inhale. One more time with the deep breath, and exhale through the mouth. Push it out. You're a breathing machine. Take it seriously, that compression of the subtle body on the exhales. Inhale. We'll start the breath infusion. All through the nose. Focusing on the exhale. Using the diaphragm aggressively. Inhale. As you inhale, we're pulling the spine straight. We're placing the locks. We're lifting. We're making inner effort to lift that Kundalini life force from the base of the spine and draw it upward psychologically through that central channel. Exhale through the mouth. On your exhale, you release the locks. Let's do a little right, left, wiggly action. Good. Back to the center. Centralize your consciousness in the middle of the head. Know what you're doing. Inhale. Inhale, arms straight up, parallel arms, pushing the shoulders up. Lift your locks. Establish the spine. Establish consciousness in the middle of the head. Exhale through the mouth. Push up the right arm and then the left arm. Inhale, go side to side. Really working with the framework, the skeletal framework, the subtle skeletal framework of the body, infusing the oxygen and pushing out those carbons. Good. Inhale, up with both arms. Pull the locks up. Pull the chin in. Let the eyes roll up into the head. Place your eye locks. Exhale, arms halfway down. Let's start doing side stretches, side to side. Side to side. Deep breathing for now. If you feel like you get too hot in the sun, it's real nice over here in the shade. You like to do the practice, in the sun sometimes, or at least, during the day light hours, even if it's in the shade, the sun will reach you, to infuse that solar power into the subtle body. Let's hold it on one side. Inhale. Good. Now we're vacuuming out this portion of the psyche that the asana gives us access to. Open and close your hand. Inhale and reach. Keep adjusting your own postures. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale. Inhale, reach. Keep adjusting and adapting the posture. Exhale, back to the center. Arms out, angled in, twist side to side. Inhale. Inhale, back to the center, palms flat, straight up, pull the locks up. Perineum up, up, up. Chin in, mind in, eyes up. Exhale the arms down. Behind you with the hands. Let's take the legs out. Okay, so we're going to rest the weight of the body in the arms, fingers pointing away, and go up and down vigorously with your legs, with your knees. We got to move these blocks of psychological energy that get dumped in the legs. Your legs are an extension of your root chakra. Your legs are just walking the Kundalini life force and the booty organ, the intelligence organ in the head, around, fulfilling desires. So let's knock some of that desires energy out of the legs with this movement. Feet apart, in and out with the feet, limp legs. Keep your pranayama going the whole time. It's each student's responsibility to continue the pranayama in whatever form that needs to be, while I'm not directly, instructing you. Rotate the ankles. This is nothing but an astral body vacuum session. It's not an entertainment session. It's an astral body vacuum so that we can go in there and sit and have a fighting chance at meditation. Squeeze toes. Inhale. Exhale. Spread toes. We're vacuuming out the psychological energy in the toe portion. Squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Spread toes. Once more. Squeeze. Inhale. Spread. Exhale. Rotate ankles if you can. And we're going to switch positions and sit on the tucked toes like this. Get comfortable on the feet. Get them in a position that's comfortable for you. Spend time kind of moving the feet a little bit to get the toes stretched nicely. This is kind of painful at first. It's almost always painful in the morning hours. The toes haven't really been stretched. We'll do the same thing to the same joints, but in the hands, these same knuckles. So we're going to press down on these fingers like this. This part of the hand is up, thumb is up, chin is up, mind is in. Inhale, drawing the locks and drawing those energies out of those knuckles. Feel that energy come out, vacuum upward. Exhale, take a mental release like this. Rub the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Interlace your fingers and swivel your palms. Squeezy, squeezy those knuckles. Yes, it's kind of painful sometimes. It's supposed to be. On all fours. Flat feet. Slapping the feet. Inhale. Remember, this is an action of cleaning that root chakra. Feet are the tips. Make sure you get the tips of the toes. Inhale, tuck the toes. Come into your inverted V posture. Dog stretch form. Breath infusion. Inhale. Adjust your posture as needed. Pay attention to it. Inhale, draw your locks. Anus in, spine pulled long in this posture. Back of the neck long. Gravity helping out that Kundalini life force. Exhale, carefully bring your knees down. Flat feet. We're going to come back bottom to the heels. Knees come apart. We drop the torso down between the legs into child's pose for a moment. Keep breathing. No thoughts. Let the brain energy move into the subtle system. You don't need to think about anything. The core self is the one that's attending to the practice. We need to clean the brain energies out, not think with them. So we'll go ahead and lift the head up, walk the hands back. Let your body adjust to upright position. Let's come up onto the knees. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of back bending here. We'll tuck the toes. First, let's just take the thumbs to the spine and we'll push the pelvis and thighs forward, chin toward the chest, pull the shoulders back, squeeze those shoulder blades together, inhale, move this breath right down the center of the body and let it spread into the nervous system, cleaning out the anxiety tendency in the nervous system. Inhale, pull the hips back, pull the spine up. Pull your blocks into place. Exhale. Breathe them out. Release the locks. We always remain with the integrity of the spine. Obviously, we're not like slumping when I say release. Keep the integrity of the spine, but that power of those individual locks is just released, and that energy can be released back into the system. Left hand is going to reach back to the left heel and right arm will come up like this. We're looking back toward that left heel, just getting a good stretch in the front of the body and a good bend in the back. Let's come back up and we'll do the other side. See? Okay, come back up. Let's do it one more time on each side and we'll apply the breath infusion here. Inhale, inner focus. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. Inhale, hold it. And release on the exhale. Slowly, carefully come up. Stay centralized in the middle of your head. Other side. Inhale. Inhale, reach into that stretch. And exhale, carefully come up. Flat feet back there. Sit down on your heels carefully. Examine yourself internally. See what you've done. You've got to use your super sensitive mystic skills. Otherwise, you're not practicing yoga. There are parts of the psyche that are very welcoming to the oxygen. And there are parts of the psyche that say no thank you to the oxygen. So part of our mission with our asana pranayama practice is to open up those parts of the psyche They're saying no thank you. We have to reform the psyche. We have to reform the Kundalini life force. It's running the show in there. And we have to kind of bore that oxygen into those parts. Practice after practice, day after day, lifetime after lifetime. Let's go ahead and come up into standing. Hey, twisty twist. Loosening up the skeletal frame. Slap a shoulder if you want. Let's gradually slow it down. Okay, so we're going to do some jumping. On or off your mat, whatever's comfortable for you. This is mystic jumping, yogic jumping. So stay aware of what's happening in the subtle body. Inhale. Inhale, arms up, 45 degrees, palms forward, fingers spread. Pull the locks up, pull your mind in. Start the breathing again. Inhale, bring your hands together in prayer position above your head. Locks in place, spine in place, chin in place, eyes. Exhale the arms halfway down. We'll do some side stretches here. Some little crescent moon shapes. Deep breathing. Let's hold it on one side. Inhale, so we're vacuuming out this portion of the psyche here. Focus your efforts. Inhale, reach, and let's move to the other side. Exhale. If you ever need to opt out of a round of breathing, it's okay. Inhale, reach, stretch, 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 and back to the center. Good. Feet about hip distance, and we'll just let the knees collapse side to side. Let your head sort of bobble side to side. Arms just hanging, relax. Alright, let's step our feet wide. Angle them outward, away from each other first. We'll just come down into a full bend. Let's grab the ankles. Take your time with your forward bend. Work with your inner thighs. Work with your lower back. Work with the upper back. You want to start moving the pelvis without bending the knees, and just kind of shift the pelvis side to side. Getting that good isolated stretch in the inner thighs and groinals. These are the biggest muscles in the body, so you have to really be patient as you work with them and infiltrate them, penetrate those blocks of energies in there, astral energies, psychological energies, really conglomerate in this whole buttocks, hips, thighs region. It fuels the fire of our reproductive desires and all of our real primal desires. We really want to flush this part of the body seriously, yogically. Okay, we're going to make our way back up out of this bend. Carefully, stay centered in the middle of your head. Inching the feet together. We're going to drop the bottom down into a squat form like this. Hands down between your legs. We're going to do the up and down motion like this with a soft bend in the elbows as you come down. Exhale. So this is giving you access here. This is a hard to reach area in our Kundalini Yoga. So it gives us access in there. Inhale, chin up, locks up. Draw those energies out from the back of the tendons in the legs. Muscles, calves, ankle joints. Down from the feet. Exhale. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, now careful. We're going to come back up into standing. Careful as you come up, so Kundalini can rise up. Let's put our hands on our hips and pull our locks into place. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. If you feel a lightness in your head and you need to sit, please do. Don't forget. Yogini dance, hands up here. We do that same back and forth with the knees, and we go up and down with the arms. Inhale, palms flat, straight up. Pull the locks up, inch your feet together. Inhale, pull your locks up. The Kundalini life force comes up through the body as an element of light. Exhale through the mouth. Bring the arms down. We're going to go ahead and lay down on the back. And we'll momentarily lay down flat on the back in Shavasana. Feet relaxed outward, palms up. The weight of the body, like it's dead. That's why it's called death pose. Get comfortable. One of our important neutral asanas. We use it for many things like healing and relaxation. If you are handicapped or impaired, you can use it for meditation, but otherwise it does not replace an upright, seated yogic meditation posture. So let's do a body scan, a subtle body scan. Scan of your mental body, your psychological house. See what kind of job you've really done cleaning this house this morning so far. The better our focus, the more attention we pay to cleaning our house, the more effective we are at it. When you're ready, just bring yourself up into seated posture. Give yourself some time to adjust. Sitting in easy pose here, hands on the knees. We watch internally as the Kundalini life force conducts its business. And right now its business is adjusting to coming from a laying down position to an upright position. So many actions in there that the Kundalini regulates, everything. And outside of yoga practice, guess what else the Kundalini conducts? The core self. It has control over the self. And this is why we have a need for yoga practices and even other spiritual and religious disciplines. That's the whole point. Trying to separate the spiritual person from the dominance that the flesh or the carnal system or material creation, as we kind of call it in our yoga practice, the samsara, the wheel of birth and death. So our yoga practice isolates the core self, puts it in charge of the practice, puts it in charge of itself. The practice itself feeds back into the core self, allowing it to develop and to evolve as it needs to, if it is going to have any chance of getting out of this rebirth system. So any questions so far about anything? Everybody doing okay so far? Okay. Let's take it up into the head. So we don't have any asana, so to speak, to clean out the head space, but we have our kriyas, our mystic practices. Hands to the base of the skull and the back of the head. We're going to clean out this portion of the head space, the mind space, this portion of the body. Inhale. Inhale, pull from the head center. The other locks will help out. We're drawing those energies from the back of the head space, bringing them into the center of the head, exhaling the debris. Hands on the knees. Okay, let's clean out the temporal portion of the head space. Hands to the temples. Inhale. Concentrate, do that scrubbing work that needs to be done inside there, inside the subtle head. Inhale, scratch the sides of the head, subtle scratching. This is mystic scratching, drawing those little psychic energies out. Let's scratch the back of the head too. Exhale, keep scratching the back of the neck, hands on the knees, stay in your head, paying attention to what's happening in the head clean out process. So if you're sensitive to it, you can feel that we have not cleaned out this frontal portion, the frontal lobe of the head. So let's take the hands to the forehead. We're going to put pressure on the eyeballs and clean them out too with the base of the palm. Inhale. Sending that oxygen right up through the frontal lobe, right up through the eyes, right up through the buddhi organ. The third eye's in there too. Inhale, pulling your locks. All roads lead to the center of the head. That's our point reference in the body as we pull the locks. And exhale, scratch the region here gently. Deep breathing. Scratch the top of the head and the crown. Hands on the knees, rest your arms for a moment. We're going to keep on moving into the sense organs now. We've cleaned out the eyes. We'll do them just a little bit more. Let's actually take the thumbs to the eyeballs like this. I lift the eyebrows and I find just the right position for the thumbs on the eyeballs, and then wrap the fingers around the head. So we're going to focus on cleaning out the eyeballs. So the little pressure and the little tiny movements of the eyeballs while you're doing the breath infusion are going to release little astral energies, and you'll see them internally as light. Inhale. Eyeballs are rolling up into the head. Exhale, hands on the knees again. Wiggly, wiggly, right, left, with a slight chin lock in place. And stop in the center, stay in your head. To the ears. We're going to squeeze and pull the ears while doing breath infusion. Inhale. Emptying out the desirous energies in these hungry sense organs. Inhale, squeeze the lobes, pull. Make sure that the canal of the ear is stretched. Get those little energies loosened up in there. And exhale, push it out. Using that power of our pranayama. And the power of mental focus. The mind isn't doing anything else except for what the core self is telling it to do. This is why yoga is called restraint. This is why it doesn't mean union, it means restraint. Yoga means yoke, which means harness, which means you're putting a restraint on something. Just because that something begins to cooperate eventually doesn't mean that it's not still a yoke. To the jaw, mouth, taste apparatus. We're going to lift the chin, close the eyes, inhale. Open the mouth wide, stretch your jaw wide open, stick the tongue way out, stretch it, open up the throat muscles, lift your eyebrows up, and when you're ready, release that posture and then exhale through your mouth, and do that 2 more times. You gotta really get in there. Empty out the power that the taste apparatus takes over. The Kundalini life force at the base of your spine has a connection up to every single one of these desirous organs. The desirous organs are the minions of the Kundalini. They sense out those fulfillment actions that the Kundalini wants to continuously, repetitively fulfill one lifetime after another in this dimension. So our yoga practice is like putting a stick in the tire and stopping that action, saying, no, I'm going to have some objectivity over this event in my spiritual life. This event meaning this environment that I find myself in. So, then the eyes are good, the jaw is good, the ears. So, we're actually going to stretch the neck before we come up into standing position and do our balance posture. So pull your spine up, pull the chin in. Let's let the shoulders relax away from the ears and let the head drop down, stretching the back of your neck. And start a rotation to the left, all the way around. Let's do it 2 times left and then 2 times right. Carefully tending to the subtle neck region. Little skinny pathway for that Kundalini life force to come up. We got to keep it clear and clean, healthy. Once you're back to the chin at the chest position, just lift your head up lightly, up over the shoulders. And when you're ready, let's come up into standing. Twist a little bit again. Laying down inside of your transportation pod here, your reincarnation vessel. See what's in there. See what causes you to continuously be attached to this environment. That's what those passionate energies and depressive energies that Krishna tells us about in the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, that's what those are. They're attachment energies, every single one of them. So we're harnessing them in our yoga practice. Let's slow down, do a little bit more jumping. It's great for your immune system too. It keeps the lymph moving through those nodes. Inhale, arms up, 45 every time after we jump. We pull the arms up, pull the life force up. Start the breathing again. Inhale, hold the posture, pull the blocks up, anus, urinary muscles. Exhale. If you need to sit down, always sit down, okay? Okay. Pull your locks into place as you're sitting. Okay, let's take the feet apart. We're going to turn them to the right. Take your time. Take plenty of time. Okay, so let's do just a traditional triangle posture. Keep the hips and the chest facing forward. Arms here, the legs will not bend. We're going to slide the arms to the right. I like to call this the parallelogram pose. You look back at your left hand. You look at your right hand. And you lift that right hand and down to the foot of the shin, wherever. Lift that left arm up into the peak of that triangle. Stretch the side, turn the face upward, flatten out, expand the posture. Inhale. Let's move the breath through it. Inhale. Let's slowly bring ourselves up carefully. Exhale. Turn your feet. Arms out. Push the hips to the right and reach the left arm to the left into that parallelogram position. Lift your right hand back there. And right hand. And then left hand. And follow it down. Pull that right arm way up into that triangle peak. Feel the flat feet at the two corners. Inhale. Expand it. Infiltrate it. Inhale. And exhale carefully. We're going to come up. Careful, careful, careful. If you need to sit down, please do. Inch your feet together. Hands on the hips. Your thumbs are going to find your spine back there on the lower back and press the pelvis forward. Pull the shoulder blades together. Chin toward the chest. Toward the chest. Not up with the head. Chin down. So you're looking down at the ground. Inhale, slowly pull the pelvis back, pull the locks up, spine straight up. And exhale through the mouth. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Wiggly, 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 wiggly. Okay, so if you're comfortable doing rooster posture, you can do rooster. Linda, I'm going to come and assist you. Everybody else, let's do deep breathing this morning, okay? So palms forward. Empty the lungs, inhale the arms up, and you exhale the arms down. It's just a nice, peaceful breath. Oh no, I want to do this. Oh. Not over pulling. When you're ready, we're gonna roll. Well, actually, if you want to just move your mats like up out of the way so nobody like drives over them, you can leave them out here. They're fine. We'll just grab our valuables and we'll go into the classroom, our usual classroom, for our meditation. Straight to the center of the head. We have not left that place. Make sure our ringers are off, mine included. Get very comfortable and take several deep breaths. Keep yourself over on the psychic side of the bridge of consciousness. Our pranayama is the bridge. We cross over from physical consciousness into psychic consciousness, which brings us closer and closer and closer to spiritual consciousness. Feel the circulation of that prana, that oxygen, and the light energy, the Kundalini life force is a light, it's an electricity. Feel it circulating easily, freely throughout the psyche. Clean, fresh, sattvic. Stay in the head center. Sensing yourself. Sensing that bright spiritual existence. Sat Chidananda. Say it to yourself. You can whisper it to yourself, or you can just say it internally. I exist. I exist. I don't have to be God. I don't have to be the goddess. I don't have to be this or that. The mere fact that I exist makes me special, makes me important. I exist. Sat. I know I exist. The knowing is the chid portion. And when I know of my existence, I experience a form of bliss, ananda. So in knowing myself as the core self, as a spiritual unit of existence, I am Satchitananda. No thoughts. In the silence, hear the inner om, the inner hum, the nod sound. Listen to it. Connect with it. And do some closed mouth oming. Inhale. Stay in the head center. No thoughts.
Sutras that to perform this yogic meditation, the 3 highest stages of our 8-limbed practice, we have to let go. We have to let the core self be isolated from the usual mental functions. Those are remembering stuff, imagining stuff, perceiving things correctly and incorrectly, and sleeping. So through our asana and pranayama that we just did, we really cleanse those tendencies out of the system so that the core self can follow Patanjali's guidance in the Yoga Sutras and be okay by itself. And in that isolation, it can attach itself to higher sources, higher forces. That Om sound, the inner nod, is one of them. It's the closest one. Patanjali talks about it. He says that it is the name of God himself being rung through this creation. That is what Om is. And Krishna verified that long before the Yoga Sutras came along in the Bhagavad Gita. He said the same thing. It is my name. You feel yourself coming back over into too much physical consciousness, take some deep breaths. Go back over that bridge. Lots of oxygen in the psyche is the key to psychic consciousness. You'll feel when you've had enough and it's time to just go back into normal breathing. Perform some alternate nostril breathing. Bring your dominant hand into its posture. Forefinger and middle finger bent down toward the palm. We use the thumb on the right nostril. Ring finger on the left. This is your little hand tool. Empty the lungs through the mouth. Pump it out. Inhale through both. Take the thumb, block the right nostril, empty left. Pump it out at the end. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block, exhale right. Inhale right. Block, exhale left. We're going to start some retentions now. Inhale left. Pinch both nostrils closed at the top and hold calmly. No anxiety, no reactivity. Keep the brain completely relaxed and the nervous system. Exhale right. Inhale right. Pinch both closed, a slight application of your locks. Hold the mind steady, no reaction, no anxiety. Exhale left. Inhale left. One more retention. Pinch the nostrils closed. Hold, no thoughts. Keep awareness bright and awake in the center of the head. Exhale right. One round without the retentions. Inhale right. Block, exhale left. Compressing the subtle body with those exhales. Inhale left. Block and exhale right. Release your right hand and inhale through both. Pull your spine up long, pull your locks into place. Centralize consciousness in the middle of your head, the mind lock pulled into the center of the head, eyeballs rolled up. The whole body helping this effort. And exhale through the mouth. Slowly settle back into deep meditation. Several deep breaths to transition back into normal breathing after a couple of more. Centralize on those spiritual energies in the center of the head, shining bright, alive, alert, clean, unobstructed by the mind.